Hey, how's it going everyone? This is Phone Gaming Connoisseur and welcome back to another State of the Game video for Mortal Online 2. And so today we are playing on version patch 2.0.2.6. And so I'm recording this on the 16th of March 2024. So this is another big patch. So lots of changes and lots of new content. So it's a big patch. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take you through the video settings. So you'll notice that the first thing that you'll notice is the frame generation settings have been shifted to a sub menu. And so here you have to choose what's what frame generation method you want to use, whether AMD or NVIDIA. And you have to check this box to enable it, and you may need to restart the game. So let me just run through the text here. It's a lot of explanations and some notes. So this is new for this game. We didn't have this before, so it's I think SV is wanting to improve the graphical feature set for the game. Okay, so for those of you who have a graphics card that can handle frame generation, then this is something that you can look into and set it according to how you want it. And there's a corpse stay time, player corpse stay time. So before it used to be that once a player dies, their corpse basically just vanishes quite immediately, but now you can set it to how long you want it to stay on the ground. So you can set it anywhere from 5 seconds to 120. So I'm just going to put it back to 20 seconds. And there's some new commands, so like keyboard features. What do you call keyboard? So keybinds. So what you'll find here is the swap weapon set, and so you'll see it here. So this is a new feature that allows you to swap to a different weapon configuration. So I think a lot of players will like this, and so I've had to change my keybind for my push because they've reworked the push mechanic to be more instantaneous rather than you having to press block and then attack. So now it's been reworked so that you can be activated by push of a button. So that's a good thing, I think. It takes fewer button pushes for you to do a push. And okay, so here you've got feint and block. So basically, I think the way this works, I'm still trying to figure it out, but it says here that the block keybind will feint if tapped when charging an attack, and also block if held. So I've had a bit of a play around with this, but so far I'm still trying to figure out how to use it. But I think a lot of PvPers will pick this up very quickly. I'm not much of a PvPer, so this might be something that I will take some time to learn myself and use it in due course. And you've got legacy combat here. If you turn this off, it will. So if you enable this, meaning to say that if you enable legacy combat, then it will turn off combat input queuing. So I think this is another thing I'm still trying to figure out as well. I've had a bit of a play around with it, but yeah, I'm still fairly new to these two features. So I'm going to be taking some time to learn how these two things work. So, but yeah, that's just a quick rundown of some of the new things that have been introduced with this patch. And of course, I have included the patch notes to this video, so you can scroll through and pause the video if you need to. So let's just get into the game. And yeah, it is still very quick. Okay. Alright, so if you bring up, if I bring up my paper doll, you'll see that there's a new swap weapon set button here. So you have two weapon slots, or I should say weapon configurations. So when you push this button, it will switch to the other one. So this is useful for, like, let's say you have swords and spears. So let's say maybe you're transitioning from out in the wild to a dungeon. When you're in the dungeon, you might swap to a shorter range weapon, but when you're out in the wild, you might switch to maybe a spear or arrow and bow, or anything else that you might want to use. And so that's a brand new feature to this game. So, and you'll notice as well that I think if I remember correctly, I think it's another, is it 10 kilograms that we're allowed to carry now? Something like that. So now you can carry a bit more. I can't remember if it's 10 kilogram or 15 kilograms. It's in the patch notes. So so that's a new thing as well. Alright. So let me just show you the weapon swapping, and I've mapped it to there. So this is just my Emalge blade, and this is my Cooperin blade with shield. So I'm not really sure what I want to put in this weapon configuration slot yet, but yeah, this is just what I've got right now at this time. So, and another thing that you'll probably notice as well is under riding, swift riding is a different skill now. It no longer gives you additional riding speed. Instead, it lowers the stamina drain of your mount. So I think what SV is trying to do with this patch is they're trying to make it so that you don't have to stop as often when you're riding at top speed. Because I think one of the things that people have been complaining about is that the world is much bigger, and so it takes a lot longer to get from point A to B. So there's people dueling. Maybe I can while I'm doing this State of the Game video, I'll just, you know, showcase some. Okay, so someone just won, but okay, and okay, so now you don't have to push block and attack to push. You can just use like a keybind. So now with yeah, so this feint and block thing, I'm still a little bit not too sure how to use it, but I think, you know, over time I will, you know, be able to figure it out. And so with yeah, so the input queuing, I'm also not too sure about how it all works, but we're pretty sure that all the PvPers will be making use of it. So, and yes, there is now blood and gore. Sorry, there is now gore. So gore has been reinstated. I remember gore was in the alpha, but they took it out. But now it's been brought back. So basically, you can dismember your opponent. I think it's only for humanoids for now, but I think in future patches they might make it even more brutal. So make it like a Age of Conan kind of thing. But right now I think it's just dismemberment, so dismembering of limbs. And So now you've got rideable, is it rideable bears, I think it is? Yeah, so there's a new armour as well, like new light armour. Let me just see what that is. I wonder what that would be. Let me just have a look. A new light armour. Syndromic attire crafting. Okay, I've not seen this before. I wonder if it could be this or it could be something else. Yeah, I think it is the syndromic attire crafting. So one thing I've been noticing, I've been starting to see more players that I used to have adventures with back in MMO1. So even those people that I've met only like once or twice, like 8 or 9 years ago, I've started to see them in the game. So I don't know whether they're the same people or not, but yeah, I have started to see more of them. So who knows? Maybe at some point we might be I might be able to, you know, meet up with them again and do adventures and things like that. Okay. So even on a, you know, this is not even prime time and there's quite a number of players. He's looking at me. So yeah, I think what SV is trying to do with this patch is that they're trying to make the game a bit more complex, a bit more faster combat. Because I think a lot of people have been saying that the combat in Mortal Online 2 is a lot slower than it was in MO1. So I think in response to that, I think SV is trying to make it so that combat is a bit more fluid and faster. So I'm just going to try and test the dismemberment, and let's just hope that I don't get ganked here, which is always a possibility. Someone didn't loot the head. Okay, let's see if the okay. So maybe the loot has gotten better, but we'll see. So I have to kill 14 scoundrels, but I'm not going to do all 14 of them in this video. I'm just going to do a few, just to test the dismemberment. But it seems like someone's been through here because all the... Yeah, so it seems like someone's been through here. Okay. There's these two guys, your girl, and these. Okay. Okay. Hopefully they're not and they seem to be coming towards me. I'm not sure whether they're gonna attack me once I start hunting. They've gone. Oops, wrong button. Just to double check. Oops. So yeah, it does seem like, and there's a lot more blood. Oh, oh. Okay, yeah. But the body didn't stay for long. Well, that could just be for, I think it's just for players. So the extended time for it takes for corpses to disappear, I think that's only for 6 points. Yes, that's 6.47 kilograms. That's what 12 silvers. I don't really think that's worth it, but but yeah. So combat is a lot more bloodier now. So I think SB is trying to bring back some of that that gore in Mortal Online 1. Yeah, because I think Mortal Online 1 we had more, blood and gore. So my guess is that SV is trying to bring that back. So I guess part of the purpose of this patch is to make Mortal Online 2 distinguish itself from Mortal Online 1. So yeah, there is so even though I'm a little bit disappointed that SV didn't work on thievery, but this patch, for what it's worth, I think it's pretty decent. Oh. A bit of a yeah, and there is a bit more effects as well. I mean, when I blocked or parried, there was shards of light, or what do you call sparks. I also noticed there's a bit more of you can feel the impact of someone else's weapon striking you. I mean, if you saw the if you had a look at when I parried, I kind of felt that it seems like my shield was there was a bit of an impact, feedback from the strike. So yeah, this is a interesting patch. I think it's quite an interesting. It's an interesting patch. It's not just content and fixes and whatnot, but there's subtle improvements. But yeah, so overall, I think this patch is pretty decent. It's not what I would have, what I was, hoping for. I was hoping for, more. I'm sort of looking forward to thievery, but yeah, hopefully thievery will make it onto the roadmap at some stage. But for now, I think this patch will give a lot of players something to chew on. And also, I think with the changes to the horse stamina and the swift riding skill, I think what SV is trying to do is reduce travel time, and also make it so that swift riding isn't just used as a skill to just overtake people, or to make it so that PKers or PvPers can't catch up to someone who's trying to avoid them. So So I think SV is trying to encourage more, more thoughtful planning rather than just using brute speed, using speed alone to avoid PvP. I think it's encouraging people to use a bit more planning and get help from others. Get people to watch your back and that kind of thing. So yeah, overall I think SV is changing things to make the game a bit more even across the board. So yeah, so I think so I think I'll leave it at this. So thank you for joining me today, and my goodness, it's hard to believe there's still so many players even during off time, the off-peak time. But yeah, so thanks guys for joining me today, and hope that you found this video useful and enjoyable to watch. And so I'll be back with more videos next time. But who is that? What is going on? Someone's casting spells at themselves. Is it? Okay. Yeah. So anyway, so until next time. So thanks guys for joining me today, and hope that you can please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. So look forward to seeing you guys next time. But for now, thank you for watching. This is Fine Gaming Connoisseur. Take care and have a good day.